Welcome back to Align by Design, the podcast where we explore what it really means to live in alignment with who you are. I'm Flavie, and today we are diving into something that is both deeply personal and universally relatable: navigating transitions. We all go through them. Whether it's a career shift, moving to a new place, stepping into a new role, or even saying yes to a dream you've kept buried. Transitions are full of possibility, but let's be honest, they can also be scary. Have you ever stood at a crossroads wondering if you're making the right choice? Maybe you find yourself asking, what if I fail? What if this is a wrong path? What will people think of me if I step into something new? I've been there. And if you ever felt overwhelmed by change or stuck into the fear of the unknown, this episode is for you. Together, we will explore what it takes to navigate transitions with trust, courage, and alignment, even when everything seems uncertain. But first, let me share a moment from my own journey. Not so far ago, I was working as a six-figure human resource job, a position I had worked so hard to achieve. On the outside, my life seemed perfect. Financial security, a respected title, a career that ticked all the boxes. But inside, I felt empty. I was always on the phone, chasing deadline, in meeting, missing out on life and my kids. I ignored, the little voice inside me that whispered, this is not what you are meant for. I told myself that this was success, even though it didn't feel like mine. Eventually, during COVID time, I started a small side hustle, a way to reconnect with myself and my purpose. I offered life coaching and healing sessions. And for the first time in years, I felt alive. But my biggest moment of transition came a bit later. I have been running a successful French-speaking business. And while it was growing, something didn't feel right. I realized I was dimming my light. I was not fully sharing who I was. That's when I made a decision that felt both exhilarating and terrifying. I decided to transition to an English-speaking audience and expand my reach globally. And let me tell you, it was not easy, because the doubts were constant. What if people don't understand me? Look at your accent. What if I mess up? Who am I to step into a bigger space? But I could not ignore the call any longer. There was a persistent whisper inside of me saying, you are ready for this. You have been working all your life in English. And so I took the leap. I stumbled. I doubted myself more times than I can ever count. But step by step, I began to see that transitions are not just about reaching a new destination. They're about becoming the person you are meant to be along the way. Transitions are part of life. They're universal. But here's the truth. The hardest part of any transition is not the change itself. It's trusting yourself enough to make the leap. So how do you do that? How do you move forward when fear and doubt feel louder than your courage? That is what we're unpacking today. We will explore how to trust yourself, listen to your intuition, and navigate transition with grace, alignment, and confidence. And let me tell you, navigating transition is not about knowing all the answer up front. It's about learning to trust yourself as you figure it out. And here's what I learned along the way. First, transitions begin with truth. The first step is honesty. You cannot move forward if you are not willing to admit what no longer is working for you. For me, I was realizing that my French speaking business, while successful, was keeping me small. I was not fully sharing my voice or my vision. So I want you to ask yourself, what truth have you been avoiding? What is no longer aligned with who you are? Step number 2, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is your most powerful guide. It's that quiet voice inside that nudges you toward what feels right, even when it's scary. When I decided to switch into an English-speaking audience, my intuition whispered, "This is your next step." I didn't know how it would turn out, but I trusted that voice. So I invite you to create a space to listen, whether it's through journaling, meditation, or just simply sitting in stillness. Step number 3, fear will walk beside you. Here is the truth about fear. It doesn't disappear. Never, ever, ever. No matter where you are, billionaire, millionaire, starter, advanced, expert, it will always try to keep you safe. But safety is not the same as alignment. When I made my transition, I was terrified, but I learned that courage is not about eliminating fear. It's about taking action despite it. So what is step number 4? Alignment requires action. You can't sink your way into alignment. You have to take steps, even small one. For me, it was posting my first piece of content in English. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. Every small action builds momentum. And with momentums come clarity and confidence. And now step number 5, celebrate your growth. Transitions are exhausting, and it's easy to focus on how far you still have to go. But don't forget to celebrate how far you've already come. Just look back and see, oh my God, this is all what I have done already? Yes. And don't forget to surround yourself with people who uplift you. Rest when you need to. And remember, every small win matters. Here's what I want you to take away. Transitions are not about perfection. They're about progress. Every time you choose to step into the unknown, you're choosing growth. You're choosing alignment. And that choice, it's not about you. When you step into your light, you create a ripple effect that inspires others to do the same. So before we close, I want to leave you with a few questions to reflect on. First one, what transition are you currently navigating? 2, what truths have you been avoiding? 3, what is your intuition telling you, even if it feels scary? And 4, what is one small, courageous step you can take today to move forward? Take some time to sit with these questions. You can journal about them, and don't forget, let your intuition guide you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode resonated with you, I would love for you to share it with someone who might need this message. Don't forget to like, also to subscribe, and together, let's inspire more women to trust themselves, follow their paths, and embrace the transitions that lead to alignment. And until next time, stay true, stay aligned, and keep evolving.